I am Deidré Wallace, a relationship and corporate therapist. The clue is always in the gaze. Point 11. Find out how you can bond with your baby and what can make this process difficult. When a baby is born, it's naturally assumed that a mother will bond with her baby, yet this is not always the case. Many reasons and explanations have been presented, and you will no doubt have some of your own. However, there is a particular reason that kept cropping up in my private practice, which is not usually spoken or written about. I will, however, start by citing the obvious reasons, as this then naturally leads to the issue I often had to address. Now, there is a general expectation that a mother's attachment to her newborn is instant. For many mothers, this is actually true, and seeing their baby for the first time usually invokes an immediate love at first sight. For others, bonding can take longer, days, weeks, months, or even years. Yet we know that the formation of a bond is crucial to a baby's long-term emotional, psychological, and brain development. As a result, if a mother struggles to bond with her baby, this could lead her to feeling horrendous guilt, and she may even feel a failure. And if she was successful in her career and so on, not managing to cope can come as quite a shock. Also, if the baby is the first, then suddenly being confronted with the reality of what a newborn requires can be extremely daunting. The round-the-clock care, sleepless nights, the crying, the tiredness, the attempts to feed with sore breasts, and enduring excruciating pain, maybe due to a cesarean or even a traumatic birth. As a result, these experiences can bring about feelings of resentment, anger, and even fury. These feelings can worsen, especially if a mother lacks a supportive relationship or network of friends and family. With the birth of a first child, a mother can also feel the loss of her former identity, and fitting into her new identity is not always easy. She may also feel that her life of freedom had just ended, and she may even feel trapped. This can lead to anxiety and even panic attacks. On top of all this are the drastic physical and hormonal changes which can affect a mother's mood swings. And this can sometimes lead to postnatal or postpartum depression. Simply put, the terms postpartum period or postnatal period are sometimes used interchangeably. The postpartum stage, which can also be referred to as having baby blues, usually lasts for about 6 to 8 weeks. It can also refer to complications that may arise after giving birth, such as infections of the uterus, kidneys, or bladder, breast-causing discomfort, and even depression as a result. A mother would therefore require a lot of rest and would struggle if she didn't have support during this stage. On the other hand, postnatal depression can last a lot longer. According to Wikipedia and AI, postnatal depression, or PND, includes extreme sadness, crying episodes, and changing in sleeping and eating patterns. 2, while the exact cause is unclear, it is believed to be a combination of physical and emotional factors belonging to the present and maybe to the past too. 3, these factors may include hormonal changes and sleep deprivation. Indeed, there may be a problem with the oxytocin hormone levels that helps the bonding process. Hormonal changes can lead to a chemical imbalance. Fortunately, medication is usually helpful, and therapy can also help deal with any feelings that have gone unaddressed. Sometimes a mother's own birth can trigger unconscious and unresolved emotions, and how she bonded with her own mother can activate all sorts of buried emotions. This often occurs if she had suffered any form of rejection or abuse or neglect. Knowing how to then care for another vulnerable little being would be very hard indeed. her own maternal instincts would be reduced, and she may in turn either reject or avoid her baby. In cases such as these, the therapy can be vital, as it would offer support without judgment. This then brings me to the very sad dilemmas I witnessed in my private practice. This issue emerged not only as reported by mothers, but also from the children, now adults, who had been the recipients of this difficult dilemma. Not only can mothers struggle to bond if she's experiencing stress due to relationships or financial difficulties and so on, but also if for whatever reason a mother had lost a child or indeed children. As a result, she may find it very difficult to bond or love her next child deeply, fearing, albeit irrationally, that they too may die. And if she's still mourning the death of an earlier child, then bonding with the next child could prove even more difficult. And fearing for whatever reasons, medically or otherwise, that she may have to grieve again, connecting with the next child could prove almost impossible. Even though this loss may be explained, or even if it becomes obvious to the next child as they grow up, they may find it very hard to sustain long-term relationships, as they may be emotionally stuck waiting for their mother to end her mourning and love them unconditionally, as she did the first children who had died. However, if you can relate to any of these issues, I would urge you to begin a conversation with your partner and perhaps your doctor or an appropriate therapist. The repercussions for a child is this. A child can develop attachment issues. Instead of experiencing a sense of security and emotional support, it may have to cope with stress and abandonment. Regulating their emotions would then prove difficult, leading to defiance and anger outbursts that can persist right into adulthood. Also, the child learns communication and empathy skills from their mother, and without these, a child may be unable to feel compassion, and it will then struggle to form healthy relationships or friendships with others. Another worrying result is that the child's cognitive development may be delayed. Its problem-solving skills and language development may lead to issues around academic achievement. This is because the quality of the mother and child bond is crucial to a healthy emotional and cognitive development. I explained this in video point 10. Also, all this will of course depend on the temperament of each individual child and its overall care environment, such as the presence of a father or extended family, or indeed carers and nannies. So, if you are a mother, have you experienced this? Or indeed you may be a child of a mother who has struggled to bond with you. What happened? And have you managed to talk to somebody about this? Either way, I would encourage you to start a journal. So as I go through the various points, you can jot down how you think or may feel my knowledge is helping you understand yourself better. And do comment or subscribe if you wish to learn more. Thank you.